Niddah Daf Yotes. Today's mission is going to describe the different shades of red in the Dam Isha. The first one is Dam Maka, red blood that comes out of a wound. There's going to be a 5-way machlekes what this means exactly. The second Dam is Shachar Kecheres, black like cheres. It's an ingredient that you put into black ink. If it's darker than that, it's tamei. If it's lighter than that, like stibnite, it is tahar. The third one is a flower called a karkoim. It grows in the corners of gardens. Some say it's the crocus flower. The center of it has red petals, and that red. Then we have water that's mixed into dirt that comes from bikas, beis hakerem, from a certain place, and you mix it in. That water, that redness, that's another shade of red. And then we have wine that comes from sharoin, that was diluted 2/3 water to 1/3 wine. There's no argument in these 5 colors. But when it comes to meimei tilton, that's fenugreek water, and the juices of roasted meat, then we have a 3-way machlokes. Beishamai say that's tamei, that color. Beisil say it's tar, and then we have the Tanakamas that says that it's safek tamei. Yaroik, which in our Mishnah means yellow dam. So Akabi Mahal says it's tamei. Chacham say it's tar. And Rabbi Yossi says tamei misafik. In the parsha of Zaki Mamrei, that is, when someone argues with Sanhedrin in a halacha, so the Torah describes 3 things. They're arguing bein dam ledam, bein din ledin, ubein nega lonega. If there's an argument, obviously there's some dam that's tahar and some dam that's tamei. So we see from the pasuk that in fact not all dam that comes out of a woman is tamei. When the Torah says domeha, it says it twice. Domeha is plural. So that's 2 damim, and it says it twice, that's a total of 4. So we know that there's 4 variations, shades of dam. The Mishnah brings 5 because the Gemara says that the color shachar kecheres is actually red that turned in, it was miskalka, later on became black. Now what do we do about Bishami and Akavi b'Mahalal that say that fenugreek water and water that comes out of roasted meat, that color is also considered dam? Either they don't hold of this drush of domeha, or they'll say it's like black dam, that it started out red and turned into a different color. How do we know that dam and the colors that we're talking about are only in red? Because it says in the pasuk, "Vayiru moyeves hamayim adumim," they were red kidam. Now the original parasha that we brought of Zaki Mamra, it says bein nega lonega. So what exactly is the argument between the Zaki Mamri and Sanhedrin? There are 3 types of negaim, of tzaras. This is by the human, in a house, and in clothing. So when it comes to the human, the halacha is negat tzaras is only tamei when first appears a white spot, and on top of that white spot, the beheres, on top of that, 2 white hairs. If it's 2 white hairs and then the white spot, it's tar. But if you have a suffix, what came first? That's a machlokes in our sugya. According to the Tanakhama, it's tamei, and according to Rabbi Yeshua, it's tar. And there was a machlokes between Sanhedrin and the Zaki Mamre, what the halacha is, and that's why we kill the Zaki Mamre, because he doesn't listen to Sanhedrin. In a house, there's also machlokes between Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon, and Chachamim. What's the shear and where is the shear? Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Shimon holds that the shear of a nega in a house is 2 grisim, and they have to be on 2 stones that meet each other in the corner, 1 stone from each wall. And according to Chachamim, it's 1 gris on 1 stone. When it comes to the clothing, there's also machlokes. Chachamim hold that if the entire clothing is full of tzaras, it's tar. It's not tar. And according to Rabbi Yonasan ben Avtulmus, it's tar. According to Rabbi Meir, yellow dam is considered one of the liquids that can create hechsher tumah. We know that all foods, in order to become tamei, have to have liquid on them first and then be touched by tamei. One of the liquids could be yellow dam. Regular dam is obviously a liquid. Rameir adds also yellow dam. Chacham say no. The only dam that can be machshir food, l'kabel tumah, is dam that the nefesh is told if you kill a person by removing that dam. But this is extra dam that just hanging around the body. That's not dam chalalim. It's not machshir l'kabel tumah. If there's a yellow stain, according to everybody, that stain is tar, where in Achoshesh, it's not something that's shechiach, that happens often, and therefore it's not an issue. If a woman sees regular dam, red dam, and later on she sees yellow dam, we don't consider that yellow dam as liquids that would be metama, as other liquids that come out of bodily fluids that come out of a woman, like spittle and meraglaim, that are metama a person, kalim and taharis. Why? Because just like spittle has to gather first in the mouth and then you spit it out, so do other liquids like meraglaim. But dam doesn't gather; it comes out immediately, drop by drop. What is this Adaim Kemaka, the first shade of red that the Mishnah brings? There's a five-way machlokes that we mentioned. Shmuel says it's the color of when you shecht an ox, the first blood that comes out. Ula says it's like the color of a live bird. The Gemara has a suffix whether he means live versus dead, or live meaning healthy versus weak. Ziri says it's the shade of color of a head louse, not a body louse, but a head louse. Ravo says it's the shade of a color of a pinky of a man that's under 20 years old, where he had a wound, it healed, and then he had another wound. That's the shade. Rav Nachman says it's the shade of the color of dam hakaza, bloodletting. In fact, the Gemara says that Ameimer once let his blood, and he took one vial, and he says, this is the color. The second vial that he took out, he said, that's not the color. And Rav Ashi stood there, and he said, I can't tell the difference, and therefore I cannot paskin when it comes to blood. And finally, one halacha that the Gemara brings down. The Mishnah mentions Tanakama and then Rabbi Yossi. Says the Gemara, they're the same. And the reason why the Mishnah brings Rabbi Yossi is to teach us the famous halacha. If you say an halacha in the name of the person that said it, you say over at Vartayr in somebody's name, maybe Gu'ula la'olam, you bring the redemption to the world. Have a wonderful day.